Pokemon Sword is one of the slowest Pokemon games. Well, at least in terms of speedrunning. You see, the only reason that it's not the slowest is, drumroll please, because it's easy. But what if it was not easy? What if you were doing a Nuzlocke? And that is exactly what we are doing in this video. The rules for this challenge are simple. If a Pokemon faints its dead, you can only catch one Pokemon per area of the game, and I have to nickname every Pokemon so I get all attached. First things first, I get my start, named him Mochi, and got beat up by a dog. Then I got my first encounter on Route 1, a Rookidee. Welcome to the Team Squash. Now I can head to Route 2 to catch a Nuzleaf, which I named Big Tree. And after talking to Magnolia, we are already off to the first gym. But not before I catch a Magikarp in Modestoke.
Hi Magikarp, your name is Puppy.
Oh, and Mochi evolved, so now he's perfect for sweeping Milo. Also, just look at this cool strat. After that, I can catch Minccino, which I trade for cotton candy, are you kidding me? And since we're not doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, I'm allowed to use trade Pokemon, which is super, given the fact that they get extra experience when traded. Oh, and this piece of candy completely sweeps Nessa. What? Puppy's evolving? Let's go, baby. Turns out that was just in time for Kabu. Dang, Puppy really came in clutch with the evolution and waterfall. However, Puppy does not deserve all the credit, since Horse 2.0, my Mudbray, did also do a good chunk of the gym. Now I can catch Maractus, which I trade for Hatterene to beat Bee's gym. But before that, Visok, bulk ups twice, and oh my gosh, that could have seriously been the end of Squash, would it have not been tanky. But as a reward, Horse 2.0 does evolve into a Mudvale. After that evolution, I felt pretty ready to challenge B, one of the scariest gym leaders in this challenge. First, Fringe the Hatterene Psybeams the KO Hitmontop, and B sends out Pangoro. So I switch into Puppy, who sets up Rain and Waterfalls. Next is B's Surfetch'd, which Puppy waterfalls as well. But then it's time for Machamp, so I switch into Horse to tank some hits. Now Horse 2.0 can Dynamax, Max Quake to deal with Machamp and get us the fighting badge. Oh, and then this happened. No. I was facing off against B. Candy Floss died. But as a reward for that loss, Mochi does evolve, which is definitely needed for Opal. Speaking about Opal, first, Horse 2.0 can heavy slam Weezing out of air. Then, Mochi comes in to hit Mawile with super effective Pyro Ball. But in comes Togekiss. And boy oh boy, did this thing cause trouble, as it got an Omni Boost from the Ancient Power, which snowballed into me losing Squash, my reliable flying type, Fringe, my solution to Raihan, and Big Tree, who was actually meant for Death Water. After the Demon Opal killed half of my team, I decided to make a new with these bad boys, yeah! And next up, I decide to head to the Rock Gym, sweeping all of Gordy's team. And with that, the Rock Badge has been obtained. And after, I quickly changed my hair to look more like Marnie's to prepare for the Dark Gym. And thankfully, my counter has some pretty good counters to Dark, so we beat this gym with ease. Now onto the final gym badge, the Gym of Raihan. First, I made sure that I look a little more like an emo girl to prep for Raihan sweeping my whole team.
Ready? Fight!
No! Puppy dies. No! This was my whole plan! My whole plan for this gym was to cheese it with Puppy, but Puppy is dead. Oh, I'm so cooked now. But thankfully, I have a backup plan. First, I have Grimstone set up 3 nasty bots to sweep Flygon and send the Conda off the field. And then I try to do the same thing to the Duraludon. But yeah, Grimmsnarl kind of died. Come on, tank it. No! Goodness gracious. No! Wait. No! And then this happened. Oh, that doesn't do that much. And he max rock falls. Brian took my starter. I was mad, so I smacked that Duraludon in the face. Thankfully, there are still some encounters that I can get, as I did not get any of my wild area encounters yet, like this Lampet that I catch in the Lake of Outrage, which I named Shadow Ball and instantly evolve with Dust Soul. I also caught this Snover during a hailstorm. Say hello to new puppy baby. After getting the new team, we can head to the Elite Four. Well, anyways, first up is Marnie, who gets revenged. And next up is Hop, who I also revenge. Even though those 2 battles were easy, we still have 2 of the hardest battles in this entire game remaining. Thankfully, Nessa is not one of them when you have an overdriving toxicity. And just like Nessa, B goes down after Shadow Ball, minimizes a couple times, and then does exactly what his name suggests. He Shadow Balls, baby! And after Raihan's Duraludon falls to my Chandelure, we can go on to challenge Leon. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? We still gotta take down Eternatus? Well, I guess we are taking him down. But first we have to slap some sense into Rose and his Copper Raja. Now we are on to beating Eternatus. Now, to say that I was scared for this fight would obviously be an understatement. Given the fact that it's level 60, a legendary Pokemon, and its stats absolutely reflect that it's a legendary Pokemon. To start, I have Shadow Ball set up minimizes, hoping that it will dodge its attacks. And, well, he died. No. I guess we're on to Horse 2.0. One-shotting? Oh, didn't expect that to happen, but now we're on to the real fight. Thankfully, Zacian and Zamazenta can help us a lot. It was easy as hell, no one died. Oh, yeah, and I'm allowed to catch Eternatus since it's not a hardcore Nuzlocke, and if you look up the rules of a Nuzlocke, there's nothing saying that you can't use legendaries. This will make Leon slightly more possible given how underleveled my team is. Speaking about Leon, he leads with AG Slash, and I lead with Please Don't Die, the Eternatus. The first 2 Pokemon went pretty well, but then I remembered the plan for this battle. See, I planned to have Please Don't Die Dragon Dance a couple times while AG Slash was out. Well, I kind of forgot, which ended up snowballing into Captain Bob and Eternatus dying. But after knocking out Mr. Rhyme with Boom Burst, Italian comes out, who I can kill with Britney Speed. Wait, what? He's dead, isn't he? Well, I guess we'll have to wood hammer him with the Obama Snow that is 20 levels lower. He also died in the process, but hey, at least he taken down. Next up is Drag, who I can take care of with Horse 2.0. And now we're on to the main attraction, Charizard. And who better to beat him than the longest survivor of this run, whose catch I didn't even put on camera. One of my favorite Pokemon, Horse 2.0. He died to a max overgrowth. I can use the tank. No! No! Wiping on Leon! That was the final team member I had left, which means I lose the Nuzlocke. Okay, so in total it took me around 40 hours to beat this Nuzlocke. I know that may seem like a while, but I left my screen on a while. Like, I'm pretty sure some days I literally just left it on for 5 hours straight. For some stupid reason, I forgot to close out of the game, which adds up to the total. I'd say maybe 20 hours is way closer to the actual time I played. And then still, there's still a bunch of distractions that happened. So, is it a good speedrun? Maybe. Then, as far as the Pokemon that are dead, I have Phalanx in here right now. These are all of the deaths. Let's do some honorable mentions real quick. First things first, the first death, Candy Floss. I don't care. Fringe, you shouldn't die. Squash, you should have evolved before Opal and you would have saved the whole team. Big Tree, apparently the Nuzlocke is named after Nuzleaf, so good boy. Poke, still haven't used it, did I? Why did I put this guy in Rip? I'm supposed to put this guy, hold up, supposed to be in here, whatever you encounter. Puppy, this one hurts so much. This one hurts like crazy. If I ever do a Nuzlocke, Gyarados, you will definitely make it into my team again, obviously. Mochi, my starter Pokemon. The Pokemon that carried most of this run until Raihan. Grimmsnarl, the not so carrying Pokemon of Raihan, but to be honest, it was my mistake. I should have played better. Shadow Ball, the highest level Pokemon. Okay, well, no, please don't die. Britney Spears, he shouldn't have died to one mud slap. Please don't die. You killed Shadow Ball, you don't deserve one. Cutie, way too underleveled. Horse 2.0, the true MVP of this whole run. New Puppy, I guess you were, yeah, he actually is like 20 levels under Leon's highest level. Captain Bob, also 10 levels under Leon's Charizard. Wow. So I feel like that explains why I lost this. It's because I was highly underleveled. It's the first ever Nuzlocke I did on set mode. Oh, and also because I forgot to do dragon dances at the beginning. I'm pretty sure if I refight Leon now and do it correctly, I would have obviously won. Good. Subscribe.